from Yes Queen channel. Thank you very much for watching our channel. And in today's video, I would like to talk about why is Kindle so good. So, now we are in this like quarantine period. Well, in Japan, like the situation is like a bit different from many countries. We don't have this lockdown situation. We're just advised not to go out. Anyways, and I think we should try to find something to enjoy at home. So that's why, since I love reading and I love and I enjoy using Kindle, so I would like to recommend Kindle and why it's so good. I've bought it. I think it's like 4 years ago, and I think it was like a really good decision that I've made to buy Kindle. So I've been recommending to my girlfriend, my family, my friends, and like other people around me. And I was like, okay, since now we need something to enjoy at home, and I always tell people why Kindle is so good. So okay, why not talk about it on YouTube channel as well? So here I go. I'm gonna talk about why I think it's so good, and I'm also going to share some like disadvantages that Kindle has. So I'll start with the advantage. So number one is that you have your bookshelf anytime and wherever you go. I think it's really amazing because now, like for example, my case, I stay at home on the weekends, but I still have to go out to work on weekdays, from Monday to Friday, and I take trains. And when I'm on the train, I want to read a book, but sometimes I feel like, okay, I don't feel like reading this particular book today. I want to read something else. And if I have Kindle, I have my bookshelf, so I can choose another book. I can just switch to another book. It's very handy. But if it's the case of the paper book, you have to have some like more than a few paper books anywhere you go, and it's not convenient. So I think it's very, very amazing. And it's like a while ago, when I was even traveling with my girlfriend, sometimes I like to read at the poolside. I was using Kindle, and I also saw some others like using Kindle reading by the poolside. So it's very convenient that you have your bookshelf anytime and wherever you go. And another one is that this is also very, very amazing. You can have your own space, this one and the first one in that the bookshelf with you everywhere you go. I think it's very, very vital and very useful because if you love reading, if you love books, I think you'll understand. I think you can understand my point. But when you have your favorite books, you don't want to throw them away. You keep them at your house, and you cannot just throw your books away, and it's very difficult, and your books just start piling up, and your books start occupying your place, and space, and it's a problem. So if in the case of Kindle, all the books are in the Kindle, so you can actually keep your space. My girlfriend tells me to keep my place clean a lot. So Kindle really helped me in that way as well. Yeah. And another one is that you can take memo and you can highlight on Kindle. So when I read books, I really love to write down my own thoughts and highlight things, highlight the phrases that I like. It's like I'm really facing the book. So I really like doing that. And in Kindle, you can do the same, You can highlight, you can take memos, I think, and yeah, it's like you can also have ear dog, you can also have this you can also make sure the favorite pages that you can actually mark your favorite pages. It's very handy. Yeah. If I have a request, I want them to react quicker, because sometimes it takes their reaction is its reaction is slow to when I want to highlight something, or when I just want to take write down my memo, I want them to react quicker. Yeah, but so far I really like this service. Yes. And another one is that waterproof. Yeah, waterproof. I like to read while taking a bath, and sometimes when I'm too relaxed, I drop my Kindle and they're gone, so I was crying to my girlfriend, oh my god, I dropped my Kindle, can I buy another one? And my girlfriend sure, I know how much you love reading, so just get one. And thank you, boo boo, really. But anyways, now the latest version is waterproof, so like I can really relax when I'm reading like through Kindle while taking a bath. And yeah, like I've talked about it, reading a poolside, it's the same thing. You can relax because it's waterproof. It doesn't get damaged if you even drop it in the pool or bath. Yes, I think it's very, very amazing. And another one is like they have this like kind of library function, so let's say when you're reading this, like when you're reading something in a paper book, and if you want to like know what that vocabulary means, what that word means, you have to like search with your dictionary or like your smartphone. Kindle, like if you just tap the word, it shows the pronunciation or like the meaning, or sometimes it has the Wikipedia. It even shows the Wikipedia page. So like it's very, very handy because you can do everything with Kindle. It's like all in one. It's like very, very handy. And then another one is like you can actually customize your font and size, so there are like some options for fonts, so you can actually choose your favorite fonts, and you can also like choose the size of the words. So it's like you can customize your own drink at Starbucks. It's like that. It's fun. And talking about customizing, another thing is that they actually customize the light as well, and it actually cuts the blue light, so it's really good for your eyes. So I mean, if you like reading at night, Kindle is really good for your eyes. It doesn't damage your eyes at all. And another one is that it shows where you are, how like it shows you where you are in percentage. So when you're reading like a paper book, it's like you can actually hold it so you know where you are. So sometimes if you're reading your favorite book and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm enjoying this so much, but I have this much left, really, I want to keep reading this forever. Or sometimes if it's something to do with your work or business related and you have the deadline, you have to finish reading that book by, I don't know, in 2 days or something. So let's say, oh my god, okay, I have this much left in 2 days, so today at least I'm going to read until this page or something like that. I mean, you can do that with Kindle. Kindle is a tiny, very thin device, but it shows where you are in percentage, so you can do that with Kindle too. And another one is, I think I've talked about it until like number 8. So another one is like number 9. You don't risk buying the same book. Sometimes I do that. Very careless, but I do that, especially when it's business related. I tend to buy the same book. But in the case of Kindle, like when I want to buy it through Amazon, the message pops up and saying that you actually purchased this book already. Are you sure you would like to buy another one? I'm like, oh no, thank you, and thank you for telling me. So yeah, it actually saves you the risk from buying the same book. It saves you from wasting your money. And talking about managing the risk, you don't risk losing your book because it's in the record, So, I mean, even if you lose your Kindle, it's in your laptop or it's in your Amazon Kindle record, it's in your phone or whatever. So, like, there's no risk to lose your books. Yes. And another one is like, while you're reading it, sometimes the author suggests some like websites, like go check this article on this website, or go watch this YouTube or TED Talk, this kind of thing. If it's a paper book, we check later, or like we check with smartphone, and it's the same as library, If it's Kindle, especially with laptop, you can just like jump to that website and check it immediately. It's very handy. And the last advantage is that I think maybe it's very common in Japan. Many people actually have this book cover for like each book, because they don't want others to know what they're reading, especially in the public. So, like, I don't know, in the train or like on the bus, on the restaurants, everywhere they have this like little book cover. Kindle, you don't need it because it's just like one little device. No one can know what you're reading, or you can actually have your Kindle book cover. So me, I'm the very opposite. When I'm reading the paper book in the public, I don't care if people look at me or not, because I'm very focused on my book. I really don't care, so I don't have book covers at all. But for my Kindle, it's like my really good friend. So it's like I have it, I've showed it to you earlier, but this is my book cover. It says normal people scare me. I mean, it really doesn't have any meaning. I just like it. Yeah. So, and by having this book cover, like, it protects my Kindle to get damaged, because I tend to drop it a lot. So having a book cover is it saves my Kindle to get damaged. Yes. So these are like the advantages that I've talked about, but there are still some disadvantages compared to like paper books. So number one, this is the biggest disadvantage, is that you cannot share your books with your people. I mean, even if you have this amazing book, even if you had this amazing encounter with a book, you cannot share it with your friends. It's like you asking your friends to like purchase it because it's good. Yeah. So I mean, when I have something, when I like when I want to recommend a book to my girlfriend, I always like purchase it, because I cannot share my Kindle. Yeah, that's the big problem. So I think for schools and offices, when they want to have this like books that they recommend, I think they keep purchasing paper books for a while, or maybe they can put Kindle device, few of them, and they read or something like that. Yeah. And another one is like, if the book that you're reading has like big charts, graphs, and pictures and many colors, I still prefer paper books. Yeah, like I mean, because if through a laptop it's handier, but like as you can see, I use this Kindle tablet, so I mean it's not very convenient to me. So I prefer paper books in that way, with many charts, graphs, and tables and pictures. Yes. And another one is that like the smell and the texture. I mean, when I recommend Kindle, some people say like, oh, but I still love the smell of it. I love the feeling of turning pages. I understand, because I mean, since I was a child, I love reading, I love books, so I know how it feels. I still remember like those times, when I just bought a book and I smell it, like, oh my god, the smell of the new pages, fresh pages, like the fresh paper, fresh ink. I get excited. Oh my god, I'm gonna start reading. I get excited. I get that. And like, I mean, I like the feeling, and I like the sound of like turning pages. But you get used to it once you start using Kindle. You're just accustomed to it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm happy with my Kindle, turning pages through Kindle. So that's that. And I try to share the link of the Amazon Kindle Paper White on my description. I'm still not sure if I can figure it out, but if I figure it out, I try to share the link. So if you want to get one, you can check through my link. And so yeah, I mean, quarantine period is not the best, but I mean, we still should keep trying to figure out the way to enjoy ourselves. So let's stay together, let's stay strong together, and see you very soon. Bye.